Great morning, everyone. I hope you have a wonderful Sunday. I'm here with my mom. This is where we all started, our apartment prescription. And in this book, I'm going to share with you one lesson that I learned as we've built our apartment business. So I'm currently here in the beautiful Christina River. I'm going to show you this beautiful Christina River. And we've lived here for 3 years. When I used to work for a private practice as a family medicine physician and a geriatric physician. For those who don't know me, before I started investing in the real estate, I used to work for a physician, and this is where we live. This is where it all started. And I love this place because of the Christina River, and the view is always changing, either from the Delaware Rowboat Club to you'll see pirate ships passing by here, boats, yacht. There's also floating boats that come pass by here, and you can eat all you can corns and crabs and seafoods. So there's so much going on in this Christina River, and I'm here because I want to share with you where I started. Just like with anyone, right? We don't start, just like with my mentor Grant Cardone, we don't start having, thousands of our apartments. And just like you, I started with one, or probably if you're a beginner, you don't have any. And this is where it all began. This is our first unit, which we then grow and scale in our neck of the woods in Pennsylvania. So the book here, my mom is reading our apartment prescription book 2.0, which is passive investing, how to invest in properties by being passive or hands-off landlord investing. And apartment prescription book number 1 is how you want to be an active landlord if you want to do what I do, which is active investing. And so one of the lessons I learned from this that I'm sharing with you in this book is, so here it goes. Here are the top 10 tips I have gathered that I think will be the most helpful when it comes to starting your own real estate business. And there's 10, and I'm going to share with you lesson number 6. So lesson number 6 is learn how to make your active money invested so you can make passive money. Learn how to make your active money invested so you can make passive money. So what I can share with you, my active money means it's me trading my time for money. It's my job as a physician, the money I get from my employer, and that's active. If I don't work, I do not get paid. So that's active money. Passive money is money I get not by trading my time, not by trading my effort. It's an investment, it's an asset that I put my active money in, and now it's giving me passive money. So whether I work or not, whether I show up at my job or at my office, I do get the money, the income from that investment property. So there's several asset classes. One is real estate. One could be investing in stocks, bonds, or mutual funds. One could be invested in businesses such as restaurants or other businesses, technology. So there's several asset classes, and real estate is just one of them. And in the real estate, there's also several asset classes in the real estate. One could be apartments, one could be land, one could be mobile home. And so there's several different, just like with this rowboats, right? There's several people rowing along this Christina River. There's several asset classes when you invest in your active money. So passive money is money that you get whether you invested your time. But that's money that what I did was to put my active money, my money from being a physician, the money I get from my employer, and then I invested it. I bought this together with my husband. We bought properties, and then that property, if you do the math correctly, there is a math to it, right? If you invested correctly, if you did the math correctly, then you'll get cash flow. Cash flow is the passive money that you get every month from your property that you invested your active income. So I hope I provided value to you, and I'm gonna share with you my beautiful view of the Christina River and this beautiful condominiums. The landscape in this river is changing. There's a lot of condominiums sprouting from left to right, front and back. And I love it because what does that do? It lifts the property values. When there is growth in the community, that lifts your property value. When there are people, when there's a lot of activities, when there's a lot of people going into this community, that means there's a lot of activities going on. It's good for the business. It's good for the community here because that means there's more people wanting to live close by in this beautiful Christina River. There's so many businesses thriving, whether it be restaurants or this theater here. Those are banks here. See, in Delaware, it's a tax-free state. So when you buy things such as TV, stereo, any other things, it's tax-free. And that's why there's a lot of businesses in here. They invest in Delaware because of the tax-free. And plus the fact that the state provides them a good protection when they are here, when they set up their business in Delaware, the LLC in Delaware. And so I'm going to share with you my beautiful view. My mom is one of the beautiful view, the number one beautiful view. My book, our book is second. And yes. And the Christina River. All right. So there's a lot of townhouses here. So I'm going to be sharing with you the townhouses that was built at the same time when this building was built. We bought this property at the peak of the, before the housing crash happened in 2008. And 2007 was the year that this building, the River Tower, was built. This is the tallest, if not one of the tallest. But I know in 2007, this is the tallest building in Delaware, sprouting to 25 stories high. And it's very, very beautiful. We have concierge 24 hours. We have guards that roam around in the parking lot. We have the view of the Christina River. We have a pool. We have a deck view. So when there's fireworks for July 4th, there's like live entertainment in the park that you can see the activities going on in the river. And then you have the deck view of the pool. You have a lot of parties going on. And then you have your townhouses here. I'm going to share with you. Those are a lot of townhouses. And this is our River Tower building, the 25. And so I'm going to share with you as we head out back to the other new developments in the area. And so when we lived here in 2008, so we bought this before the housing crash. And so when the housing crash happened, we were affected by it. Our property value went down, as I shared in my book. It was cut into half, even though my husband and I were paying our mortgage every month without any miss. We're paying our principal and our interest down, but there was a lot of hardships at that time. So people filed for bankruptcy, people filed for foreclosure. So what that did was that it affected the property value of not just our condominium, but of everybody's property value. Because it didn't only happen to Wilmington, Delaware, it happened statewide. It happened to the USA housing crash. You know, it's the USA, right? So that's why it's called USA housing crash. So there's a cyclic event in the USA. They say every 8 to 10 years when there's a correction, that would happen. So that means the property value would go up, and then there's a correction where it will crash. So what that did is, if you did the property math correctly, then you should not be afraid of the correction, because if you do it correctly, then your property should cash flow. You should not have you should not be worried about not having enough cash flow if you did it correctly. So I'm here, we're headed back. So that's the beautiful condominiums. And I'm going to share with you the new development. That's a new condominium. It's called Luxor, I believe. And those are more condominiums. That's land there that they're going to develop. They're going to develop new condominiums. There's several new things that's going to be built in this area. So stay tuned as I continue to explore Wilmington, Delaware, and the new changes, the growth that's happening in this community. I learned from my mentor, if we're not growing, we are dying. And that's not only true for humans, that's also true for any community. If the community is not growing, meaning there's no development going on, there's no new people coming in, more people are leaving, then that town or that community is dying. And when that town or community is dying, then what can I say? There's no revenue for that town. There's no income for that town. Because how can the town get income? One is through property taxes. Number two is through other means. They could get grants, and that's a source of revenue or income for the town. So if the people are moving out, leaving the town, that means there is no growth. And so if there's no growth, that means the town is dying. So I'll come back here and share with you the growth of this beautiful community here beside Christina River. So my dear friends, take care. I hope I provided value to you, and have a wonderful, blessed Sunday. Take care, my dear friends. Until next time, let's go. Well, cannot wait.